We're in Virginia, in the central part of South Africa, near Welkom in Free State. Today the land is like a dead body. Among broken shafts and ruins lives the ghost of mining. I'm inside an old demolished building. It looks like it used to be a tavern, and then you can see on the floor some bottle rumbles. After nearly 60 years of mining, this is what's left. Empty rusty railways, empty buildings, empty factories, an empty future. This is a story about life after mining. The town was once famous for its gold mines. Now the abandoned mines are all over. It is a negative population growth. Other businesses are also closed down. Unemployment as well as crime are on the rise. Mr. Lazarus Simila owns a tavern, a shop, and a minibus taxis around this area.
Since the closure of the mines, things have been going negatively for the business people. One thing I can tell you, according to statistics also, South African statistics, that especially with the small business, 400,000 in the past, they've lost business, they've closed down small business. And you can imagine being a small business, being depending on the mining-based industry, and the mines getting closed. That got a huge negative impact, socially and economically, and in terms of expectations from the youth who are still at school. So since that time, I think even myself, I've lost a lot of business.
You used to have 15 employees, now you're down to 9. Can you respond from that?
What I'm saying, if one person loses his work or her work, that thing does affect directly 3 to 4 members of his family, plus indirect families, extended families, like their maybe uncles or cousins or nieces or nephews.
The people in Virginia are also facing a lot of environmental problems. For example, the toxic dust from the big mine dams is coming straight into their homes during windy seasons. Why did it go this way? David van Beek from Benchmarks Foundation is doing research about the issue.
Now, what happens in South Africa is that the mining companies fail to close the mines properly because they sell the mines just before closure. So they sell the mine just before the mineral runs out, and the law allows them to sell it. And I think that there's a loophole in the law in South Africa. So when they sell the mine, they do not sell also the mine closure funds that they accumulated over many decades. They leave the new owner of the mine to start with a new mine closure plan and a new mine closure fund. When the new owner discovers that the mineral is actually finished and that he's just bought a liability, an environmental liability, he then does not have the funds to close properly. And then he just disappears and the mine just gets abandoned. And the towns that are associated with that particular mine will also just get abandoned, and all business will close down because all the businesses in these towns are related to the primary activity, which is mining, and when mining ends, all the supply side businesses ends with it.
In Virginia, the streets are getting emptier and emptier. The infrastructure is falling apart. The street lights are often not working. The potholes are getting deeper. Mr. Andries Muyedi used to work in one of the mines in the area. Today he's one of the many unemployed.
I suffer from TB, tuberculosis, and I've never been compensated.
Which mining company did you work
for? I started right at SAPE. It was being called, in those days, it was being called SAPE Plus Mine. And then it went to be a free gold, still working there. And then it changed in 2003 to Harmony Gold Mine. I was still working on that company. I've worked for that company for 27 years. And even again, in 1993, I suffered from TB. And 2003 again, I suffer from TB again, not even being compensated.
How has this changed your life over the years? Because you entered the mining industry fit, I believe, because you get that fitness certificate. How has your life changed from being fit to being diagnosed with TB over and over again with no compensation?
Mama, I'm shocked to say to you, at my age now, I've got only one child. I've been affected by this. Most of the time they said to me, Moeti, because of your illness, you're not good.
How does it make you feel?
Mama, really, I feel bad. I feel even sometimes seeing that through my blood, they are building whatever they like right at Americans, those Britons, because of my gold is going down to Britain, where they are doing so many things. But here where I'm staying, I've got nothing. And even, it was better so that even when mining industry, we left the mining industry, they give us something, let me say, mechanical work or what. But they just dump us because we are nothing. We are useless things unto them. You see many scavengers all over here, our people. That's why even I myself, you see whenever you enter my house here, you have seen there is a plantations here. I used to clone up the vegetables so that we can prepare for my family and eat.
So that's how you survive, by your own garden?
By my own garden. Because whenever you have leave me, you have leave me with nothing. Just think, a town like this one, with one clinic, how many people are here? But these people who are staying here, they were employed by Harmony. But Harmony, when he left, he just left us with only one clinic. Even it's not Harmony.
He just left you with one clinic and
It's one
so
clinic.
many diseases.
So many diseases.
That one clinic cannot manage.
Cannot manage. Because even on that clinic, there is a shortage of medicine.
It is not only around Virginia and Welkom where mines are closing down.
Rustenburg is busy closing down. The mines in Rustenburg are mined out. They've been mined for more than 100 years. All those shafts that you see around Marikana, most of the shafts that you see around Chaneng and the Bafokeng area, all those shafts are going to close down. The mineral there is finished. And those same companies are now moving on to Limpopo, to other mines in areas where you won't have the kind of big urban development that you had in a place like Rustenburg, because the deposits are very small and short term. Local governments where there are mines that have closed down are starved of any income. And because they don't have any income, they can't maintain the infrastructure, they can't maintain the services. And there's a lot of retrenchments then from local government and local government services that take place, and there's very little maintenance that take place in those towns. And then after a while, towns start resembling a war zone, because you have lots of abandoned buildings and you have lots of plundered buildings. And it's a really serious problem for South Africa, because we are now moving to a situation where we can expect a society after mining. And just like Welkom or any other ghost town, as a country, we have not planned for what we are going to do when the minerals themselves are completely depleted.
This is a production of Benchmarks Foundation on life before, during, and after mining. My name is Ola Bahamut.